Hello and welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. My name is Desiree and this video is a reading for all 13 signs for the new moon in Cancer. So we had a new moon yesterday and technically it's still a dark moon, meaning we don't see any of the crescent. And that little first sliver that we see, for me, is the beginning of the new moon. So new moons are times of setting intentions and sort of getting a game plan for the rest of the month, then the rest of the lunar cycle, planting the seeds, deciding what it is that you want to focus on, what you want to work on, and then at the end of the cycle, you can see how far you've come, and then you can regroup, you can set more goals, you can continue to work on the same goal, but it's just kind of a marker. And so with the moon being in Cancer, this is Cancer's home. I had to pause the video for a second there. My cat was getting a little rambunctious. So with this moon being in Cancer, it is soaking up all of this Cancer energy, this loving energy, this energy of wanting to give love to others, to be loved. So if we want to focus on, we want to think about how we can use that energy throughout the rest of the month, because the moon is soaking up this energy in this constellation. And as she moves through all of the other constellations, she's going to bring a little bit of that Cancer feeling into all of the constellations that she transits. So just think how you can possibly show a little bit more affection, show a little bit more love, and maybe even think about how you can let others know how you want to be loved. How can you improve these relationships? How can you improve the home life, right? So with that being said, let's go ahead and transition to the reading space. And as you can see here, we've got the Phantom Tarot deck, one of my faves. We also have Mystic Monday, which is I am borrowing from the more intuitive me, Elizabeth. We're doing this tag called Use My Decks. And so we've traded decks, and this is one of Elizabeth's decks. It's a really cool deck. I love it. And this is a new Oracle deck that I've recently acquired, and I did a flip through of that. I haven't posted it yet, but it's on my other channel. I'll try to remember to leave a link in the description box so you guys can check out the beauty of this deck. It's really amazing. So we've got the Phantom Tarot deck, we've got Mystic Mondays, and Solace Oracle. And we will go ahead and get started. These are the beautiful backs. The art in this deck is amazing. It is just great. We'll put the, oh my gosh, I had these switched. I knew that was weird because I thought to myself, I was like, okay, let me read the Mystic Mondays first. That's going to be our main energy deck. And then the Phantom is going to be the Explain to Me deck, right? And then when I switched over, I saw that they were flip-flopped, and I thought, it's like, hey, that's not quite exactly what I had planned, but okay, I'll just switch them over. But okay, so we are going to start off with the Cancer reading, since the new moon is in Cancer. And with that being said, that would mean that your natal moon is in its home spot, right? So if you are in a Cancer moon, this is going to be month 1 of your solely lunar month. So if you can remember, I was trying to do some solely lunar readings. That didn't quite work out. And it's just that I just don't have time to do all the things that I want to do. And it's very unfortunate. But I really pushed to do this tonight, and I'm going to do it. So I want you guys to be as prepared as possible for this upcoming lunar month, okay? All right. let's see what we have for you. Cancer, 2 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles in reverse, and the 8 of Wands. So earth energy and fire energy for you. Okay, so we've got the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. So there might be a situation where you are thinking about making a change because you're in a situation where you don't really feel is getting you where you want to go. And so you have two opportunities, 2 situations, two things that you're kind of wrestling with. And it has to do with your current situation that you're not completely satisfied. And there is a call to action here with this 8 of Wands. So let's go ahead and pull 9 more cards to see what this is all about for you, Cancer. My daughter and my son are Cancer suns. Oh, did I split the deck? I don't think I split it. So this Phantom Tarot, I think, is going to look beautiful with this Mystic Mondays deck. Elizabeth and I should be going live. We're going to try to do it tomorrow night, but if we can't, we'll definitely do it next Saturday night. My son's birthday is today. Happy birthday, Zachary. And we wanted to take him out to dinner tonight, but it turns out that he would rather go tomorrow. So we're going to go tomorrow. So 6 of Wands in reverse, 6 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles in reverse, the Sun, 6 of Swords in reverse, lots of 6s, the Hierophant in reverse, 7 of Cups in reverse, and the 4 of Swords. Okay. Oh, I need to turn this around. Okay. I'm going to scoot this, try to get everything in frame here. That's always a challenge for me, getting everything in frame. Well, another thing that's a challenge is the lighting and my technology, right? Okay, I'm not going to be able to get it all in frame, and I have it zoomed out as much as possible. Though I wonder if I can pick my camera up a bit. Let me try that. Okay, so I was able to get it situated just a little bit better. Okay, picked up my camera. It's not as zoomed in, not as close to my table, to my desk rather, but we can see all the cards, and that's what's important. Sometimes we need to see the cards, the colors, and see if there's a message we can see within the card. And also you guys can zoom in if you need to check out a card, see how the cards are working together. And sometimes you might even see a message that I might not see, right? So, okay, so these cards do look nice together. I like them. All right, so we've got the 2 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles in reverse, 8 of Wands. So earth, and fire. Then we've got the 6 of Wands, fire, 6 of Pentacles, earth, the Hierophant in reverse with our 6 of Wands in reverse. So then we've got the 8 of Swords, a 5 of Pentacles in reverse again with the 7 of Cups in reverse, the Sun, which is great, 6 of Swords in reverse, and the 4 of Swords. So let's start over here with the Sun. That's the only major arcana that we have. No, we've got the Hierophant down here, my bad. So we've got the Sun and the major, my dog, the Sun and the Hierophant in reverse. Those are our 2 major arcana. Our Sun is over here underneath the 8 of Wands. It's sort of shining a light on on this area here. So the Eight of Wands is a call to action, but we've got the Sun that is facing the Six of Swords in reverse. And usually the Six of Swords is a card that's telling us to move on, it's an air energy, and we're thinking about going elsewhere, calmer waters, a place where perhaps the mind needs to rest. And it's interesting that I say that because we've got the Four of Swords over here. So the feeling that I get here is though you might be wanting to make a move right now, to get moving, to get to some calmer waters. I think the Sun is trying to tell you that it's not necessarily the place that you're trying to get, but it's more so the mind that you need to focus on. So it's not so much the current physical place. It's more so the way that you're looking at it, the way that you're processing it, the way you're looking at things through the mind's eye, and the way you're interpreting your situation. So basically, it's almost like you need to change your thought pattern, to change the way that you're thinking. Now, right next to the Sun, we've got the Five of Pentacles in reverse, and we also have the Five of Pentacles as part of our major energy here. And so with all this we've got a lot of air energy here with the Eight of Swords, Six of Swords, Four of Swords. And then the Six of Wands is also playing a part in here. And the reason why I'm putting the Six of Wands in here is because the Six of Wands is coming sort of like a recognition card. It's people, it's being recognized for what you've done, for your homecoming, and people just giving you the credit that you feel that you deserve. But with that being in reverse, to me, it's working with the sword situation, and it kind of feels like it's not presenting in the most proper way, almost like the ego is getting in the way of this situation. With the two Five of Pentacles being in reverse, I kind of feel like this is your own doing, right? This is your own mind telling you that this is a bad situation, that you don't need to be here. And that's further solidified by this Eight of Swords as well. The Eight of Swords is that card of where we kind of create a mental prison for ourselves. And so that's what I see happening here. And with our Seven of Cups being in reverse, this is the card of not only options, but also illusions. And so I just kind of feel like there is just this situation that's brewing for you that needs to be looked at in a different way. I'm almost getting like hangman feel here. On top of that, we've got the Hierophant in reverse, and I feel like you're just kind of going against what your guides, what your ancestors, you're going against what your gut has to say for whatever reason. And there just seems to be like, I don't know, like you're projecting, or you think something is worse off than it is. Maybe that you're not being really appreciative of what you have. So take this time, this Cancer new moon, and think about what it is. You know, since we're still in the dark moon phase right now, think about what it is. Go to this resting place. Four of Swords energy, right? This guy is totally resting. Go here and think about what it is that you need to be happy. What is it that you want? And with your current situation, how can you change that? What can you do to change your current situation to make it what you want it to be, as opposed to taking the Six of Swords energy and running away and trying to find something new, right? So try to maybe use some manifestation here. Start thinking about what it is that you actually want and start cultivating it. Start it with your mind at first and then start speaking it. Start telling people how you feel and expressing how you feel to others. And then you can start telling others how you would like them to be around you. And then you can start cultivating your own reality, right? Okay, so let's see. We're going to draw a card from the Solace Oracle. Okay, and because Cancer, this is your new moon, you're going to get the big reading, all right? The others are going to get a smaller reading. We're not going to have the full gamut here. On top of that, I've got to be really cognizant of my time. It is almost 8 p.m. here, Central Standard Time. My husband's going to be home in a bit. I'm going to have to pick up my daughter from work. As a matter of fact, I think my husband's home right now. All right. I'm going to pause the video after I do this deck split. Well, after I draw your card, I'm going to pause. All right, Cancer. Let's see what we have for you. Ooh, look at that card. All right, I'm going to pause, let him walk in and get settled. Okay, so I'm back. All right, so you, Cancer, have number 28, the virtuous giver. I was your sweet sacrifice, so willing. Love lay my head on your pillow, down fell the blade. Wow, what just happened? You didn't even see it coming. Everything appeared to be going in the right direction. At one time, you had such a feeling of peace and contentment. It was effortless, giving yourself freely without question or doubt. All was right in your world. Then out of nowhere, you felt the blade, and it cut straight through your heart. The one person you thought had your back deceived you, and now the truth is revealed. How could something like this have happened when you were so willing to believe in them and trust the relationship? You may be feeling discouraged, bewildered, and confused, but that is to be expected. You might even be wondering if you missed the signs. Did I hear you say, how could I have been so stupid? It's time for you to comfort your soul. Just remember, you can only be accountable for your own actions and never be angry with yourself for believing in good. You let your walls down for this person because you had faith in them, and that is a beautiful thing. Stay enlightened in knowing you are a magnificent being. Then those who leave us sad and feeling less than our worth will have to face the truth about their own choices. We are all about learning and growing from life's expectations. There's always lessons to be learned. Going forward, don't overprotect your heart or think you should have done things differently. Believing and trusting are higher vibrations, so don't shun them. Most of us want to give, embrace, and receive genuine love. Do not let this bad experience close you off or shut you down from the one that is intended for you. You will only be able to give and receive love if your heart is open. That is great. And check out the beautiful colors of this card. I mean, this deck is just amazing. Wait till you see the flip through. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, Cancer, that's what I have for you. I am going to do Leo next. And as I said, we're going to do shorter readings for the next 12 signs because I can't be here all night, you know? And what? How long did that take? Doesn't show. I don't see how long that one was. Oh, 20 minutes. Well, 19 minutes. All right, Leo, let's go on to you. Okay, we're going to draw from the Mystic Monday. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to draw one card, and that's going to be our major energies, okay? Actually, let's do 3. I'll draw 3. We'll do the pyramid with the bottom up. All right, Leo. This is for you. Now, even though you don't have you may not have a planet in the sign of Leo or Cancer or whatever, but you do have a house in that sign. So all of us have, every one of us have all of the zodiacal signs within ourselves. And it just means that some of us have a harder time accessing those energies than others. I don't have any fire in my chart. All right, so we've got the Seven of Wands, the Six of Swords in reverse, and the Seven of Pentacles. Wow, 2 7s, 2 air. No, yeah, 2 7s. No, 2 7s. Oh, I keep saying that. Okay, 2 7s, 1 fire, 1 air, and 1 earth. All right, so now we're going to use the Phantom Tarot, and we're going to pull, what is that? 3 more cards. Okay, we're going to go 2 and then a 1 for you, Leo. I'll timestamp these two. All right, 7 of Wands, Leo, 6 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and 2 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. All right, so with our 7 of Wands, we're kind of in this defensive position, but it also looks like you're caring for something. You're defending something that you deeply care about. And it's not something that you want to move away from, Leo. And there's lots of emotions tied up with this. However, with our 6 of Pentacles here, I feel like this energy that you're putting into it is not being reciprocated for some reason. And we've got the 2 of Pentacles in reverse down here. So it makes me feel that you're feeling this energy too. You can feel that it's not being reciprocated. You can feel that you're putting more in than what's coming out. And with our 2 of Pentacles being in reverse, there's an opportunity for you that you're just not quite aware of, or that you're not taking advantage of, where you can perhaps turn this around. And I think the idea here is to probably, using this new moon in Cancer, to probably make your feelings known. Maybe make it known that you're putting more in and you're not getting out as much as you feel that you should be getting out of, and you would like it to be reciprocated a little bit more. All right, one moment. My cats are acting up. So behind me, I have this curtain backdrop. And they keep playing in it, and I keep telling them not to. And I have this cat spray that I spray on them, and they think it's funny because I can't actually get to them because I'm not really paying attention. So my cats are really sneaky. Okay, so we're going to draw an oracle card for you. All right, Leo. Let's see what is going on here. I need to lift this up just a tad. Oh, it's kind of hard working with this arm right by me. But I need to talk into the microphone. Otherwise you can't hear me. Sounds like I'm far away. All right, Leo. Oh, look at this. This reminds me of baby Jesus and Mother Mary. Look at this pretty card, Leo. Wow. This is showing some love, I feel. Okay, so this is card number 38. And, oh, this is a long one. Grace of God. Take your best shot. I will stand, unwavering. I will not fall. I will not break, for his love is always true and strong. No one can take away. Now, just because this is obviously Mary and Jesus doesn't mean that this is a Christian card. It can be applied to anything. There is a motherly love here, and whatever gods that you believe in or work with, this is the energy it's talking about. Sometimes when we are sad and feeling lost or broken, unexpected lower vibrational entities may be attracted to our vulnerability. Confused about their own existence, entities could choose to reside in someone's living space. The presence could even start to influence the way someone thinks and behaves. That's why it's important to periodically clear unwanted energies or entities away from ourselves and our surroundings. Don't worry or be fearful. There are some great techniques you can use for a successful outcome. The most popular clearing tool is sage or smudge. Any kind of smoke works. Some smoke is a little bit stronger than others, and but you can use pretty much any kind of smoke. Sometimes we may have an unwanted attachment to our physical body or soul. It's more common than you realize. Dealing with this type of attachment is handled differently than what you would do to clear a room. You may need to call upon Archangel Uriel and Archangel Michael, and they will assist you. I know this all sounds kind of crazy, like one of those scary movies, but it's important to know that you are not fearful. You should not do a clearing if you're not confident. If you're dealing with spirit entities, fragment, or lost souls who need assistance over the light, you can use kind or loving words to ensure safe passage. You need to tell them that they are no longer welcome here. If for whatever reason you do not feel you can handle this task or you're not strong enough to complete the process, you can seek a healer. Love and guidance is with you. All right, so that seems pretty specific. So perhaps they're trying, the message is that whatever it is that you are trying to, one second. Thank you for your patience. I have just many people who depend on me for many things. I've got animals, I've got children, I've got a husband, and they're always in my vicinity. So I don't get time for myself, and it's extremely rare that I would ever have a quiet house or a quiet recording. Okay, so back to this. So perhaps there's this energy that maybe you're trying to fight off, right? That's what the Seven of Wands is here for. There's just something that you're trying to fight off, and you're defensive about it, and you're vigilant about it. So I don't know if this means anything to you, Leo, but perhaps it does mean something to a Leo out there. All right, so after Leo, let me think. Who do we have after Leo? We have Virgo. All right. Let's do Virgo. Okay. So, just like with Leo, Virgo, we're going to do 3 cards up top. 3 major energies that we are working with. This Solace Oracle deck doesn't seem to be flowing with my readings. This is the first time I've worked with it, so... And I did smudge it yesterday. Yeah, I smudged it yesterday. So I don't know. And I think it might be the topic of the Solace Oracle deck that... Yeah. All right. We'll just go with it. Keep going. Okay. Here we go, Virgo. 8 of Wands. 4 of Cups. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, Virgo. Okay, so some action, some movement, but there's also some stillness, some ennui, if you will. And then we've got the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. And the 3 of Pentacles is about collaboration, right? Working together to create something. I I always feel like the Four of Cups is more of the Four of Swords energy, because you're centering yourself, you know, because fours to me are stability. Then we've got stability of the emotions, and that's kind of what I'm feeling from this card. We've got this person who seems to be at Zen meditating with the Four Cups, and we have that one cup up at the top sort of floating. So I think this deck is more, this Four of Cups is more along the lines of how I feel with the Four of Cups. Ooh, we've got the Devil in reverse, the Eight of Swords in reverse, and the Tower in reverse. Wow, Virgo. Okay, so there is definitely some energies that are not really, I think this is a call to action, okay? There's some energies that are not really being focused on, not being paid attention to, and you're not really going with your gut here. You're not, either you're ignoring them and you're not facing what needs to happen, or there's just turmoil all around you and you're refusing to look at it. And so these cards up here, I think, are calling you to action. It's calling you to realize what is happening here. It's calling you to meditate and really understand these feelings that you're having. The Devil is a card of hidden things, of things that we're trying not to focus on, things that we're trying not to we don't want them to come up, right? That's a part of ourselves that may be shunned. The Eight of Swords is that personal prison card. And then we've got the Tower, and the Tower is where everything kind of breaks down, but it's not breaking down yet. It's not really to that point where it's being recognized as an issue. And so with our Three of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like this is not a time of going outward. It's more of a time of going inward and really understanding oneself. We do have the Eight of Wands, and I really think that is the call to action for you, Virgo. All right, let's see what the Solace Oracle has to say for you, Virgo. Let's see. Uh-oh. May have gotten a reversal in there. Okay, Virgo. Let's see what we have. Oh, and look at this card. This card looks so freeing and happy. Like sun energy here. I love it. Okay, let's see what the guidebook has to say. And I feel like maybe you should just be dancing and let it flow. Feel it, right? This is called soul shine. Paint me shades of yellow. The sun always warms my soul. Rainbows can only be made through the rain. The sun will always shine again. Yeah, so it's almost like we need to allow these tears and allow this Tower moment to flow so that we can clear out these clouds and allow the self to shine, right? When someone instigates a situation that hurts or upsets us, we might feel the need to retaliate to protect our loss of dignity or respect. Can be humiliating when you have been wronged by someone, especially if others are involved and they have been told an incorrect version of the truth. However, revenge is not the answer. If you act on your impulse to seek revenge, it could lead to more suffering. So it's essential to take the high road. Regain your dignity by not allowing yourself to stoop to their level. To understand that you do not have to retaliate or do anything to justify yourself. You will be able to accomplish this by merely being true to who you are and your values. Choose to let go and let your soul shine. Wow, this is great. All right. All right, so I just put everything up. My son is actually leaving for the night. So now we did Virgo, we need to do Libra. All right, Libra, let's see what's going on with you. My sun is in the constellation of Libra. And I actually have a stellium in Virgo. Big stellium. Like 9 things in Virgo. That's why I don't have any fire, because everything's all caught up over there. These cats, man, I can tell you, do not adopt a brother and sister pair, because they grow up together, they have the same amount of energy. I mean, I have an old man cat, and he is just so chill, and he's tired of their crap, actually. All right, Virgo, King of Wands in reverse, 4 of Cups, and the 10 of Wands in reverse. Okay. Interesting. Oh, I'm sorry, Libra. This is for Libra. Let me do this again. Yeah. All right, Libra. I had Virgo on the mind because I was talking about my stellium. I also needed to grab my tea. I made some white tea. It's a really good white tea. It's a peach white tea, but it actually kind of tastes like a citrus and not peachy. Peach is a hard flavor. Yeah, because nothing ever tastes as peachy. Yeah, just I like peach though. Okay, that's my last one. All right, Libra. Let's go. 7 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles, all upright. Okay. Yes, you are creating something here, Libra. What are you making? And you're doing, and you're protective over it. Whatever it is that you're doing, you're creating. Got some Pentacles energy, all right, and it's coming together very nicely. And then we've got the Queen of Pentacles, who is, to me, similar to the Empress. And so she is really caring for things. And then we've got this fiery 7 of Wands energy that is defending it, is keeping it from others. Okay. So let's see what we have here. We've got Strength, Queen of Wands in reverse, and then the 9 of Cups. Oh, I keep putting these so low. We can pull them up a bit, right? Okay, here's my tea. I have this nice little ember cup. It's actually a chargeable cup, so it keeps things warm. Can you see the little light there? Yeah, and it's actually first world problems when your cup isn't charged. And so your tea gets cold. Yeah. Okay. So the Strength. I really like that we have Strength here, because you are putting your fortitude and you're really staying focused at what it is that you need to do. We do have this Queen of Wands in reverse here. And I feel like the reason why she's in reverse is because you're really focused on the growth of something. You're caring for it, and you really love it, and you're not really wanting to use whatever it is that you're cultivating, that you're growing. You're not really wanting to share it, to spread it around. And I feel we've got the 9 of Cups here, which is that satisfaction card, being really satisfied. As I said that, I thought of the Hamilton play. My daughter loves that play, and we went to see it when they came here to Houston. Anyway, and so I feel that you're really keeping this really close to heart, and you're not really wanting to share it because it's a part of it. either you're not completely secure and willing to share it because you don't know how you're going to be received. But from what I can tell is this whatever it is that you are cultivating is a great thing. And I think maybe you should use the energy of this Cancer moon to share this part of yourself with others and let them know what it is you're doing and maybe bring them in on this, right? And because it is really, it's something that's super close to your heart. It's something that you care deeply about, but for some reason you're just apprehensive about sharing it with others. And, that might not be a bad thing. Maybe you're not ready. Maybe it's not ready. But I have a feeling here, because this Queen of Wands has presented, I have a feeling here that you having this all to yourself is not the ultimate goal. It's something that you want out there. You're not satisfied with it just being your only thing. You want others to relish in this as well. I think I already did this. All right, I did. Okay, Libra. Let's see what card you have. 71. This card. Okay, so this card looks sad. Look at that face on the face. Oh. And I just love this. Look at the hair. It's almost like a tree with roots, and I love the art of this deck. It's just amazing to me. Whispered words. The weeping willow lays her gentle wings upon the earth. She sways in the wind and drapes beauty in her shadow. Joy is what she brings, so weep no more. This message is coming to you from a family member, friend, or possibly a pet who wants to reach out to you from the other side. You've been asking for some type of sign or acknowledgement that they are okay. So they want to lift your concern because they are in a place of life of everlasting. This card is meant to give you a certain amount of wisdom and strength to help you guide during your times of worry. Some of us really struggle with things we can't touch or see, but there is so much more out there for us to discover. You must be willing to learn and trust that all things are possible. Let's see. Now rejoice in knowing that one day your souls will be reunited, but until that time, live your life to the fullest and remember they are always with you. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe it is that maybe you're being very protective of yourself because you're missing this pet. I don't know. Do with that message what you may. Is that even English? Is that even correct English, right? Oh my gosh. Okay. I really like this deck, this Oracle deck, but I just feel like it's not resonating with these cards properly. So I'm going to get a different deck. How about this one? Earth and Bone Oracle by Syrian Shadow. This is a good deck. Oh man, I really like this deck though. It's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna stick with it. Yeah, I've just been told just to stick with it. Okay, all right. So we did Libra. Now we're gonna do Scorpio. Tropically, my sun is in Scorpio. My sun, my soul, sun star. Dr. Danny, my astrology teacher, has really been starting to call the sun soul star. SOL. Okay. All right, Scorpio. See what's going on with you. Ooh, strength. Look at that strength card. King of Cups in reverse. And Seven of Swords. Okay. All right. I think you're being called to take some... No, let me see. I don't know if it's... I wanted to say take some action for some reason. Because it's like you're hiding something. You're not being your true, authentic self, right? I feel like there's just something that that was a stutter, wasn't it? Something that you're not allowing to flow. I'm still stuttering. Some emotional energies that you're not allowing to flow. You're keeping it hidden, which is so you know, you're secretive and you don't always let people know what's going on. Not a bad thing. I do that too. Knight of Pentacles in reverse, Six of Wands, and then the Page of Pentacles. So we've got some earth energy here. And so this Knight of Pentacles in reverse, he's our slowest moving knight, but he is an actionary card. But he's a very slow mover. Six of Wands is a fire card, and this is recognition. This is ego. So, and then we've got the Page of Pentacles here. So what I think it is that you are keeping something to yourself. There may have been something that bothered you, or you're having some feelings that you're not quite comfortable with, and so you're keeping it hidden. But you're being asked to take that fortitude, take that strength to possibly express this. Stop letting your ego be in the way and be more... Don't let your ego be your guide, right? We have this Knight of Pentacles here, and he's a mover, but he's a slow mover. And so what this is even telling me even further is to kind of get that ego in check, not to let that ego take the reins here, but let the Page of Pentacles, that type of energy, take the rein. This is a very young energy. This is the type of energy that likes to explore, likes to be very tactile, likes to take it in its hands and move it all around like Play-Doh. And he can ultimately be the cultivator of his reality, of his situation, right? And so what I would like to say about this keeping inside and hiding of the feelings is that eventually it's going to fester and it's going to explode. So the best thing is to allow that type of energy to flow through, and don't let your ego get in the way. Don't let the idea you have about yourself, or the idea that you want to portray to others about yourself, keep you from being your true authentic self. Okay? All right, I need to knock. Five knocks, by the way. 5 knocks. Okay. Scorpio. We just had this one, 42. Huh, what was that one about? Shadows. No, we didn't have shadows. Dark places, people hide, unreachable. Make yourself vulnerable, life will change. Interesting. When you're scared, using excuses only allows you to hide and run from the truth. This kind of negative energy will end up keeping you from living your life to the fullest. Oh my gosh, can you believe that? And I was just about to put this deck up. No wonder my ancestors were like, don't do it. Good thing I listened, because this card actually works with what my reading is. Okay. Is there a real reason for you to be anxious, or you're just letting your imagination get the better of you? It's strange. When you start to feel scared, the scarier things get. That is so true. Oh my gosh, because sometimes I can freak myself out about, I don't know, I'll get a feeling that come over me, and then I'll just, instead of facing it head on, I'll just think about how scary it is, and then the entire room becomes scary. And then, oh my gosh, I know exactly. Yes, that is so true. We all have an instinct or intuition about our fears, and that is absolutely normal. Other times we're taught or learn from our experiences to be fearful about certain situations. You are strong enough to make changes, and you can conquer your fears. If you start to become confused or frightened about something, try implementing a breathing technique or smudging. I love smudging. Remember, you control how your mind thinks and reacts to situations. You are in charge. Believe in your power, and then focus on what you really want to accomplish. Yes, Scorpio. Yes. And this is pretty. This reminds me of Brave because of her long red hair. And look at her holding that candle. Yes. Because she is brave, and that's what bravery is, right? It's doing things in spite of the fear, doing things even though we might think we know the outcome. We might think it's going to be an adverse outcome. We might think it's going to turn out not the way we wanted, but we still go ahead and do it because we are brave, because we have faith that we can overcome. We have faith that we're not walking alone. And we have faith in our abilities to turn our reality around. I have a fan on here, and it's really blowing my candle really low. Low, 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 low. All right, Scorpio, that was yours. Now let's read for Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus is our 13th sign. I like the number 13. I like the number 13 a lot. Do you know there are 13 major joints in the human body? We've got the ankles, the wrists, the knees, the shoulders, the neck. Right? What else? The hips. Okay. Ophiuchus. King of Cups. Well, that would make sense because Ophiuchus is so close to Scorpio. Temperance and the Hanged Woman. Okay. Okay, so Ophiuchus. Ooh, do you hear that thunder? My dog is probably so upstairs, scared. So scared upstairs. Okay, let me see Ophiuchus. Let's see what else we got. So Ophiuchus and Scorpio are usually read together because they, first of all, they share the same house, the 8th house. And then second of all, astrologers, constellational astrologers will say that Ophiuchus is the higher octave of Scorpio. And it's like my teacher says it's like a graduation of Scorpio moving up to Ophiuchus. And you know what? After I said earlier about, let me pause the video really quick. 1 second. Wrong button. All right, thank you. So I have something in the not the rice cooker, not the crock pot, the Instapot. That is a pressure cooker. I have something in it, and it keeps clicking. So I thought maybe that it wasn't pressurized. So I had to check on that. But as I was saying before, I had to check on the pressure. I was saying that I don't ever get any time alone in the house, or that it's very rare. And it just so happens that my daughter went to the beach with her friend and her family. My other daughter is at work. And then my husband and Vincent, my middle son, they just left because Vincent wants to go spend the weekend at his buddy's house. His buddy is going to a hockey school And his last weekend is this weekend, so they're going to spend some time together. That's like his bestie. And my son is going away to a hockey school too. He's going to Massachusetts in about a month. He is going to Massachusetts. He's going to a boarding school. And yes, he's following his dreams. Okay. All right, Ophiuchus, let's see what we have for you. So we've got the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is making a big, and the Page of Swords in reverse. The Six of Swords is making a big appearance here. And then we have the Empress in reverse. Okay. So with our Temperance card and our Empress, Temperance and Empress card. I said Empress. So what that's making me feel is that, oh, and we also have the Hanged Woman, but the Hanged Woman is in reverse. Okay, so you're doing some sort of balancing act here with with Temperance. So there is some alchemy going on perhaps, but with our King of Cups and our Hanged Woman both being in reverse, I feel like there's so many reversals here. There's only Temperance that is upright. So how about this? How about we get, for you, Ophiuchus, let's go ahead and get our Oracle card out. Look at this card. Oh my gosh. Wait till you guys see this flip through. This is just amazing. And this was an impulse buy on Amazon. It popped up in my Amazon Prime or something like that. It was, oh, my fire went out. It was 5% off, and it was like, oh, look, a deal for you. And I was like, oh, this is not a deal, but I don't know. I don't know if they had some cards in the Amazon ad or whatever, or I ended up looking at a YouTube video, and so when I saw the cards, I was like, oh, these are just gorgeous. These are really pretty. I didn't even watch the whole thing. I was like, okay, I'm going to get this. I'm going to take advantage of this 5% off. Let's see if I can, well, that's not really going to help. I'm going to need to pour some of this wax out so I can get to a deeper wick. But where do I put it? Hey, kitty. Okay, let me pause the video. I'm going to dump some of this wax out. I think I may have poured too much out, and then my cat jumped on my lap and I spilled. I think. Okay, I'm just going to leave it. All right, Ophiuchus. Let me do one more shuffle for you. Let's see what card we have. Oh, how pretty. I also like, this is not just a woman, a female base deck. There's men in here. There's even a couple of cards with no people. And this reminds me of Dirty Dancing. So card number 27, 2 + 7 is 9. And this is called The Rock. Hurt me if you must. I will carry the pain of your brokenness. How thankful we are when we have someone by our side to support us in our time of needs. We whisper a blessing and give a kiss to that special person. It's rare because these days everyone seems to be running in different directions. It's not easy being a good friend, a true friend. It takes sacrifice and dedication. You have to be willing to put loved one's needs in front of your own, and that's not a simple thing to accomplish. You might this might require you to overlook the mishaps and flaws without judgment. Or if they do something horrible to you or break you down, you try to make sense of it instead of turning your back on them. Choose to rise above all the pain and carry them out of the fire. Please do not turn your back on your loved one during a most desperate time of need. Listen to your heart and find your strength. Maybe you are the only person to truly understand them. This kind of love for partners, friends, or family is significant. And with this particular challenge comes growth. Your devotion and loyalty will not be overlooked. Everyone needs compassion and kindness. When you are willing to give it unconditionally, you are selfless. Wow. Okay, so this is about holding someone up in their time of need. Interesting. Because we have Temperance, and this is the card about balance. And so perhaps you're being asked to balance all of these situations that are off kilter. All of these are in reverse, and perhaps these are not your energies. These are not your energies of your doing, right? Perhaps these are your energies by proxy. They're your energies because you have a bestie who maybe is having a hard time realizing her self-worth, or maybe your husband is having a hard time figuring out what it is he wants to do with his life, with his career, or perhaps you have some children who are having a hard time figuring out what they want to do with their life. You know, it's like there's all of these things seem to be individual. They don't seem to be working with one another, which is why I pulled this card out to help me. And so what I'm getting here is, because Temperance is the only upright card, is you are the one who is going to have to juggle this. You are the one who's going to have to bring some light, bring some sense, bring some alchemy into these situations to help someone or people. So Ophiuchus, you have that medicine energy. You have that capability of healing and helping others see the light that they need to see, or help them see the way, or help them in some kind of way when they might not necessarily be able to. And sometimes it's going to be you who's going to take on that burden of perhaps the pain, or take on the burden of maybe taking those energies and transmuting that energy so that that person no longer has to carry it. That is something that a healer does. A healer will take the energy from someone and they'll transmute it and change it and take it away and do something with it, right? I usually take it out to my tree and put it there, give it to the ground, and give it back to the earth. Okay, but that's not saying that it's not going to cost you anything. And I think that's what this card is trying to say, is that sometimes you've got to be that rock. You've got to be that taker and then the giver. You know, you've got to, yeah, you get what I'm saying, right? Okay. All right, Ophiuchus, that is for you. Now we're going to move on to Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius. Oh, and for Ophiuchus, you can use this energy of the Cancer moon and cultivate the relationship that you want to have, because if you help someone, it's going to further deepen the bond between the two of you. Oh, this is really melded in there. It's going to deepen the bond between the two of you, and it's only going to make the relationship stronger. So I think using this energy of the Cancer moon is going to be in your favor when transmuting these energies for the person or the people. You're a healer. All right, Sagittarius, a fire sign. Let's see what's going on with you. I really like this deck, Elizabeth. This is a cool deck. It's Mystic Monday, right? Mystic Monday's Tarot. And the sides are different colors. I think at one point maybe maybe all the suits are the same color. I haven't taken the time to really look, but that's my guess. All right, Sagittarius. So we've got the Knight of Wands, fire. We've got the Two of Wands in reverse, more fire. Then we've got the Four of Pentacles. Interesting. So this is one of our fastest moving knights. He's our fire of fire knight.
And he's one of our faster knights. I would say the Knight of Swords is the fastest because air moves super quick and fire needs to come down. Get down. I don't know what these cats are thinking. Oh my God. And then we've got the Two of Wands here in reverse with our Four of Pentacles. So I feel like maybe there's something that you want to do because this knight is facing outward. And we've got the Two of Wands in reverse, and this is the card of kind of bringing some things together so that you can start creating, so that you can start some movement here. It's the beginning part of the alchemy. It's the beginning part of making the soup. So I kind of feel like there's an itch of some sort for you, but you just don't quite know how to get going. You just don't quite know how to get started. We already did that. We need to use the Phantom Tarot. And we also have the Four of Pentacles here. So I feel like there might be some resources that might be locked up for you, or they're not being utilized to their fullest potential. Okay. So we're going to use the Phantom Tarot to dive a little bit deeper into this. All right, we've already been going for an hour. And we have probably about 6 more to go. Oh, we have the World. We have the Page of Wands in reverse. Then we've got the Queen of Cups. Interesting. So we've got this major arcana, the World, which is telling me that you really need to go for this. You really need to you need to stop pussyfooting, right? That's what I call my cats. They want to go outside, but then I open the door and then they do this weird thing. Well, they go around the couch and jump onto the couch and then come around the other side of the door, peek out the door, and then they kind of wait to go outside. I'm like, man, just go outside. Stop pussyfooting. And I didn't know that pussyfoot was actually a word, but it is. And it actually means that thing that cats do, right? And so this is the feeling I'm getting here from you, is that for some reason, you're not going after what it is that you want. You really want to do something, but you're still kind of stuck in this Page of Wands discovery phase where you're not taking that leap forward. Well, the World is here to tell you that this is a great idea. This is something that you need to do. We also have the Queen of Cups here, which also reminds me that it's time to get in touch with our emotions. What is it that is holding you back here? Why is it that you are afraid to take this leap forward, right? Our moon, the new moon is in Cancer right now. So now it is a real good time to take stock in your feelings, to take stock and really understand why it is that you don't want to start moving. Is it because you're insecure about your abilities? Is it because you're afraid how it's going to be received? I mean, take a look at these feelings that you are having, that you have surrounding this situation, and let's figure out why you're not really moving forward. Like, it's like you're comfortable. You don't want to do something because you don't want to maybe upset somebody. I don't know. All right, Sag, let's see. We have this one. Normally I would read both of them. Oh, but look how pretty this one is. This one didn't want to come out though. I like this card a lot. I like that blue. I like that pixelation. Okay, but this card didn't want to come out. This card wanted to come out, and it's the person looking into a mirror. Okay, let's see what that means. I kind of have a feeling. Twisted reality. I found myself when looking deep within the other side of the mirror, Escapism, good or bad? Where is your mind in your present state of reality? Do you find yourself avoiding reality because you're fantasizing about something else? If you like daydreaming, or if you're a very creative person who loves exploring your imagination, you may be an escapist. Do you like to think in a unique and different way? Do you enjoy creating new endings to a particular story because your mind loves adventure? Well, Sag, you do like adventure. However, certain types of escapism can be obsessive and bring on hardships. Do you find yourself avoiding reality because you're fantasizing about something else? And that could very well be what this Queen of Cups is that she is fantasizing and she's just really involved in her emotions and not really taking the steps that need to be taken, which is what this Page of Wands is trying to say. Like, he is he's the initiator, right? He is that person who kind of takes the initiative to get going, does the research, kind of gets all the ducks in the row before the Knight of Wands can really take off with it. Okay. It can lead to a lack of ambition, social exclusion, and physical deterioration. This card brings you awareness. If you find yourself escaping for the wrong reasons, perhaps it would be best to look at the source of the problem. Make adjustments or eradicate whatever is causing your unhappiness altogether. All right. So yes, like I said, take this Cancer new moon to really discover what these feelings are about this situation. Okay, Sagittarius, like really find out what is keeping you from moving forward. You know, what is keeping you from taking that next step? So stop pussyfooting already and just run out the door. Get it started. Okay, at least start doing some research. At least start doing the preliminary steps and figuring out what it is how you can set yourself up so you can begin a successful endeavor. And like I said, these new moon times are the perfect time. It's still considered a dark moon right now. So there's still a little bit of rest, but you can start formulating that plan. You can start, really looking inside yourself and really understanding yourself and what it is that you want. All right, next we're going to do Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. You are a rock. You are that person who keeps us stable, focused, right? You know that next step to take because you've calculated the next 10 steps. All right, Capricorn, let's see. King of Wands. I like that. Princess of Cups. I like that. And the Star. That is great. And you know what? Capricorn is also known as the sea goat. And I often find that Capricorn, though they are focused on, they're focused on the physical, on achieving, but they are also very intuitive. They're in touch with their feelings, and they're not afraid to show their feelings either. And it's because they're part sea goat, I think. They are sea goat, right? They encompass both the material and the emotional realm. Okay, all right. So King of Wands, Princess of Cups, the Star. We've got fire, water, and our major arcana, the Star. So the Star really puts into perspective. It makes us look to see what our goals are, and it gives us a time to dream, to think where we want to be. And so that's what I kind of see here. I see our Knight of Wands, right? The King of Wands. He is he's air of fire. So he's almost like a knight in a way, except he's a much more calm energy. He's a much more focused energy. And then we've got the Princess of Cups, who is, so she's earth. She's earth of water. So we've got air, fire, earth, and water all together here. And so I really like this combination of these cards because this is manifestation. This is bringing our dreams into our physical realm. This is bringing where we see ourselves going and putting it into action, putting our faith into it, putting our emotions into it, and bringing it into the physical world. So I think this is great for you, Capricorn. All right, let's see. Oh my gosh. My coworker, I guess I could call her that. She's my AP specialist and she's amazing. She bought me a nothing bundt chocolate bundt cake because we went to lunch together and I bought a brownie and the brownie was less than desirable. Wasn't bad, but she bought me this bundt cake and I just can't wait to eat it. I didn't eat it earlier because I was so full from lunch and I brought it home and I'm just like, okay, I'm going to eat it when I get home. Okay, so I'm excited about that. Capricorn, 4 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands in reverse, and Temperance in reverse. Interesting. Okay, so what this is telling me is that there's still a bit of planning that needs to happen. You have these ideas and it's all culminating within you, especially since we have this King of Wands kind of looking away from this Princess of Cups, which is Earth of Water and our dreams. I kind of feel like he doesn't quite have the plan ready. And so that's what I see here. There's a holdup. There is not quite ready to take action, not quite ready to start this alchemical process. So I think there's a time of, I think there's some time where we need to spend where we are right now. We need to perhaps stay within this King of Wands, this air of fire energy, and get more precise as to where we want to go and how we're going to achieve that before we can start bringing that into the emotional and the physical realm. Okay, that's what I see here. Okay, but I do see there's definite possibility, definite ability to do and achieve all that you need to be achieved, but it's not quite ready yet. And that being said, we're still in this dark moon phase, and I think you're not quite ready yet because you probably haven't really seen how the emotion is going to be factored in. And so also with the Princess of Cups, not only do we have emotion, but we also have our physical world, and being in the moon being the new moon being in Cancer, that also has to deal with home life, which is the physical world in combination with our emotions. So perhaps there's something going on at home or something that needs to be addressed at home, or maybe there's an issue in regards to the home life that is going to affect whatever it is that you want to do, that you want to manifest, that you want to get going. And that needs to be addressed first before going full steam ahead. Okay, Capricorn, let's see what the Oracle has to say. Oh, look at this. I love this card. The birds are just swinging her on the swing. What's kind of weird, though, is that they're keeping her under this dark cloud. But she looks to be in bliss under this dark cloud. I mean, I would be too if I had birds carrying me. I would love to be flying in the sky, whether or not under a dark cloud and rain on me. I don't care. I love this. Okay. So if you haven't noticed, there is like a poem that goes with the card. And so I've been reading that first and then a little bit of an explanation. I smile at only a glimpse of you, what is so familiar, what makes me feel like I've known you for more than a lifetime. The essence of a person transcends through space and time. Unraveling your mystery is my dream come true. Oh my gosh. Have you ever met an individual and instantly you were comfortable being around them? It felt like you've known them for a long time or that you've met them before. Did you connect with an intense passion and obsessiveness that compelled you to be near them? When you were together, did you start adopting each other's patterns almost immediately? Also, with this type of connection, you can feel equal levels of profound likes and dislikes, but innately you know you have to be around this person. If these words sound familiar, then they are just some of the signs that you could have been or are presently involved in a karmic relationship. Some souls seek each other time after time and through multiple lifetimes. Maybe they just want to rekindle the closeness they had and long to be near one another. Karmic relationships can bring out unhealed aspects of ourselves, but they initiate incredible soul growth. Be patient and kind with the understanding that something good will be gained from this connection. Be willing to take extra steps to meet in a place of peace, even if it requires you to give a little more or bend a little bit further. Oh my gosh. So there might not only be something within the home, but maybe within a relationship that needs a little bit more cultivation. Or perhaps even bring that relationship or that person into these goals that you have for yourself. All right, Capricorn, that's what I have for you. So now we are moving on to, was Capricorn? Uh-oh. Does Capricorn come before Sagittarius? I think so, now that I'm thinking about it. Let's see, I have my little thing here. So I did Capricorn, we did Sagittarius, and now it is time for Pisces. Dun, dun, dun. No, Sagittarius comes before Capricorn. No, it's not Pisces, it's Aquarius. Yep, it's Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. Let's go. Almost done here. It's been an hour and 21 minutes. This video is going to take forever to upload. I thought about doing a live, but then I thought this would be great just to do a premiere because I haven't done a premiere yet. All right. I need to knock. Knock, 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 knock. I like the way this deck shuffles. You know, Elizabeth does overhand shuffling. I'm too impatient for that. The Lovers in reverse, the Eight of Wands in reverse, and the Seven of Cups in reverse. Interesting, because I saw this card at the bottom whenever I was shuffling. All right, Aquarius. I think this is going to have to be another one where I pull out all the cards and then read it. Lovers, Eight of Wands, Seven of Cups, all in reverse. Water and fire, that would go with lovers, right? Passion, emotion, love. Whoa. Aquarius. Eight of Cups in reverse, Five of Swords upright, and then the Star down here at the bottom. Yep, I am going to have to pull the Oracle card for Aquarius. Oops, I almost did that. I almost mixed them. I really like this Star card. Look at this. Look at that beautiful. A beautiful woman in the center of those two pillars. And she's got a bird. I love it. Aquarius. Oh my gosh. I really like this card. I have no idea what it means. And it's the second to last card because there's 77. Oh, and 7 plus 6 is 13. I love 13. There's 77 cards in this deck. Okay. Stand strong. The storm of winter blew in from you, froze my heart, but not my wings. You have been going through more than one person should have to endure. It's been tough on you mentally, physically, and emotionally. It's now time to spread your wings and fly away from your current situation. You are being asked to break free from the dark place you've been hiding. I know the thought of this is frightening, but you must realize it is for the best. Support comes from you from the other side, and their love is always with you. Angels lay their hand on your heart, so feel the warmth of their healing presence. Wow. Call on your angel for guidance. She has asked to be placed on this card for a reason, and the reason is you. Let me make sure my daughter doesn't need to be picked up. Okay. Oh, my daughter works at the mall. She works at Cinnabon. She brings us home cinnamon buns every night. Almost every night. When they have this thing where they make cookies and they put a mini cinnabon in it, it's horrible. Way too sweet. Okay. So yeah, I mean, it looks like you may have been hurt. Like you're kind of in this situation where we've got the Lovers in reverse, you've got the Eight of Wands, not really knowing what to do. Seven of Cups, you kind of were probably in a place of fantasy, and you want to walk away, but you just don't know how. We've got the Five of Swords here. This usually means this could kind of be an ego card, or but it's I think it's like inner turmoil. It's an air card, and it's a, I think it's argumentative, but I feel like this is an argument within yourself, right? You don't really know if you should stay or you should go. But I really do like that we have the Star card here, because I feel that even though you're going through this situation, you might be hurt, Aquarius. I don't think it's jaded you in a way where you're willing to either write off love or write this person off. And it might just be that there's a misunderstanding, or you two need to come to an understanding and to really understand one another, as opposed to fighting with one another. And that's what this card here is telling you. Even though your heart may be broken, your wings are not, and you're an angel and you can fly. You can fly up to your star and you can get the healing and whatever it is that you need. But use this Cancer moon to really decide if this relationship is worth fighting for, if this relationship is something that you want to be a part of. Are you willing to give yourself, to give your energy into making this relationship work? And is this person worth your energy? Is this person willing to change with you as well? Right? They need to also go into this Cancer moon and understand and get to know themselves and get to know if they want to work on this with you. Are you both willing to put in the energy that is necessary? Because your heart is broken. It is. It's broken. And it can be fixed by you and you alone. But partnership is something that we humans desire. And is this person worth the work that it's going to take to make this partnership work, right? Okay, Aquarius, you are done. Now it's time for Pisces. Pisces. My daughter is a tropical Pisces, but she is a constellational Aquarius. My other daughter is a tropical Cancer and a constellational Cancer, but she's kind of right on the cusp. Along with my son, they're 5 days apart. All right, Pisces, let's see. Ace of Cups in reverse. Princess of Wands in reverse. King of Wands in reverse. Wow. Right away, I feel like there is some hiding, Pisces. There's some non-acknowledgement here. I mean, we've got air, fire, earth, fire, water. So there is, and they're in reverse. They're in reverse. So the energy's there. It's just not presenting in a manner where I think I feel it's just not being acknowledged. So we've got the Hanged Man in reverse. We've got the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles has also been making a big show here. And then we've got Judgment. All right, two major arcanas, Hanged Man in reverse and Judgment. So here, Judgment for me is that taking stock card. Are you doing the things you need to do to get you where you need to go? And so I really feel that there is some stagnation going on. There's some ignoring of feelings. There's some ignoring of desires, of passions. I kind of get a feeling of like this could almost be a Four of Cups type energy, but I feel like there is just some stagnation going on. The Hanged Man being in reverse, usually that's to look at things in a different way, but I feel like this is more so of you bringing on this is sort of like some self-flagellation, is that a word? Like self-punishment in a way. And I feel like you're kind of wallowing in your misery. You're wallowing in a situation that doesn't need to be wallowed in. It really needs to be acknowledged and then released. So Pisces, use this Cancer new moon to really understand your feelings. That's kind of been my theme. But that's the thing. The Cancer moon is all about feelings and understanding and going deep and understanding those dark places, bringing a light into the dark places. And a lot of times the emotions are in those dark places and we hide those emotions for whatever reason. We're ashamed of the emotions. We've been taught to do that. We've got trauma around those emotions. We've got traumas around situations which cause the emotions. And if we don't acknowledge those emotions and let them out, then they fester. They fester, and I had to turn my fan back on. They fester and then they explode. Okay, Pisces, let's see. Oh, and look at that. How pretty. These girls' hairs remind me of butterfly wings. And they just look so happy. 67. And that's another number 13. Okay, let's see what 67 is. 67 is that's 66. Fragmented. You left me broken, shattered on the floor. Not only will my love light shine again, but it will be through a stained glass window, reflection of myself. Something beautiful will be made of all the pieces you left behind. Are you looking at yourself? Do you feel like pieces of you are scattered everywhere and you're not really sure how to find them? You have to face the truth about someone, and your relationship with them is entirely broken, just like your heart. The love was powerful and what you shared together was magical. How could a connection this special turn into something so painful? Your heart weeps. It's time for you to gather up all the little pieces of you, cradle them with care. You will soon start to feel whole again. A great way to help you get back to feeling like yourself is to balance your chakras. Familiarize yourself with the chakra names, color, and their basic properties by researching the information. And you know what? This makes me think of broken pieces and how she said that stained glass window to be put back together again. Also like a kaleidoscope. So you take those broken pieces and you make them into something beautiful, right? You turn them into something wonderful. You turn it and it's constantly changing. So that's what I'm seeing here. Stop wallowing in the misery, pick up the pieces, cradle them with love, and turn it into something beautiful. So, like I said, use this new moon, this dark moon time to understand your feelings, understand your self-worth, and start loving yourself and putting yourself back together and create that kaleidoscope, that stained glass, and use those colors of the chakra, right? Absolutely beautiful. Great reading. Great reading for you, Pisces. Absolutely amazing. I like these decks. They work well with one another. Colors are great. I like them a lot. I hope you like them too. Okay, so we did Pisces. Now we're going to do Aries. And then we'll go to Gemini, and then we will be done. I have to make sure I have it. Let me pause really quick. Where's my mouse? Oh, there it goes. All right, I left Taurus out. I skipped. I went Aries straight to Gemini, and it's Aries, Taurus, Gemini. And then we started with Cancer. Oh gosh, it's been a long day for me. Okay, all right, let's go. We can do it. We can do it. All right, Aries, this is our fire sign, our initiator, our take charge, our Mars energy. Yes. Very passionate our Aries are. They get things moving. You know, they're that spark of energy, that spark of let's get to it, let's get it done, let's get it taken care of energy that we need. All right. Aries. Aries. Six of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Two of Swords in reverse. Wow, sort of state action here. All right, so we've got Earth, Air. Some more cards here. My candle is staying lit. All right, Aries. Let's see what we got for you. 10 of Cups in reverse. 6 of Cups. And Queen of Swords. Okay, I need to pull. Let me see. What do I have? 2 of Swords. 3 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, let me go ahead and pull this card. Let's see what we have for you, Aries. Wow, my husband is back. I'm going to pause the video really quick, let him walk inside. Yes. It's been an hour. Oh my gosh, because my son's friend lives 30 minutes away. Houston is such a big city. All right. Aries. I like this. I think I've liked every single card, right? Okay, 3 plus 5 is 8. 35. Shredding patterns. Hurt. Hurt comes from unexpected places. I will not falter. Peace lives in me. I am good enough. What makes us all uniquely different? We are born who we are. What experience What we experience and see at the beginning of life has a direct impact on our behavioral patterns. It starts when we are small children and continues into our later years. Good or bad, these imprints can significantly affect the way we perceive ourselves and interact with others. Destructive patterns continue to cross over into new generations. It's not easy breaking habits that have been part of your life for such a long time, but adjustments need to be made. Moving forward, being confident and knowing you can break away from destructive patterns which have been holding you back from being your true self. All things are possible, and you do have help from the other side. Love is with you. Awesome. And you know, that's kind of what I was thinking here with our 6 of Cups and our 10 of Cups, especially with the 10 of Cups being in reverse. You know, 6 is about nostalgia, sometimes thought childhood. But we have the Queen of Swords here, and I feel that you have really been keeping your emotions in check for a while, and I think it's really time to let it go. 3 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords. It's, to me, this is three of Pentacles is like a working with others card, and with it being in reverse next to the 2 of Swords, I feel like this childhood situation has been weighing on your mind. Six of Pentacles is a reciprocating card, reciprocating, giving. Some would like to call it the philanthropy card, but I think it's also about balance, right? And I think it's time to bring balance back. I don't know if it may not have ever been there based on what this card has said. You know, time to heal yourself, but bring some balance and revisit the childhood and see what ways you can make changes and how you can foster that change in your life to not to spread those traumas, right? Not to spread those feelings of unable to make decisions for yourself, not knowing if you're doing the right or the wrong thing, not being able to fully interact with people. And keeping our feelings in check is good, you know, water and air, keeping them in check, but sometimes it's good to let them flow. And like I said, Cancer, new moon, in this dark moon time, it's time to get in touch with those feelings, okay, Aries? And I know sometimes it can be a little hard, but you're that initiator. You can make the changes. And you can be that light that you've always wanted, right? Okay. Phantom Tarot, Magic Monday. Monday Magic? Forget what it is. Mystic Mondays. Okay. All right, Aries. Now it's time for Taurus. Let's do you, Taurus. Let's see what's going on. Taurus the Bull. Yep. Taurus the Bull. Oh my goodness. I just did that. Yes, I'm tired. I am tired, guys. It's a lot harder than I thought to do 13 readings all at once. Oh, look at this. Four of Swords wanted to come out for you, Taurus. Got some air energy. And it was right on top, too. 2 of Cups. Justice in reverse. Wow. Okay, so there's some rest, but there is there's a relationship. There is a connection that you are contemplating. However, there's something that might be holding you back. Maybe there's not a reciprocity in these feelings. Let's see what's going on, Taurus. You know, Cancer new moon is all about communication of those feelings, right? So justice is associated with Libra and the Golden Dawn. And Libra's about harmony. Okay, Taurus. 10 of Cups. Happiness. The Magician. And the 5 of Wands. Okay, well, I mean, I think this is good for you right now, Taurus. So it's looking like you are, there's a connection. Okay, there's a connection, but you're kind of, you're holding back on it. You're not exactly ready to take action. You're still thinking. You're still in the thinking phases. With justice being in reverse, I feel like maybe you just don't really, you can't really see yourself with this connection for some reason. But I see happiness and I see manifestation with the Magician. And with our 10 of Cups here, I really feel like this connection can be something that can make you happy. But for some reason, it's not making sense to you on an intellectual level, if that makes sense. And that kind of seems like why you're being held up in this thought process here. We also have the 5 of Wands, which can indicate conflict. So there might be some kind of inner conflict, right? And so I'm thinking that it's time, like with our Cancer new moon, is to really visit those emotions. What is it that is holding you back? Why is it that you're not wanting to act on this connection? And it seems to be a beautiful connection. Like it can make some beautiful things here, right? All right, Taurus, let's go ahead and pull our oracle card. One more shuffle, Taurus. Ooh, didn't we have this one? This is 972. Didn't we have this one? Seep on it. Oh, I pulled this one yesterday. Funny thing, using ultimatums only limits the outcome. You are troubled and things aren't going your way right now. Maybe you're agitated or heightened from something that recently happened to you. You might have an excellent reason to be feeling this way, but should you confront this person who upset you or make important decisions right now? The answer is no. You need to take some more time to regain your composure, so don't act on impulse. Yeah, okay. So what your instinct is to be holding on because something doesn't quite feel right. That's what this card is saying, is to steep on it, steeping your tea, kind of letting it percolate a little bit more, right? Though, I mean, it could be that it seems to you that this is a good situation, that there is some great manifestation to be happening. We still have this 5 of Wands here, which, and it's in reverse, which means that there is some sort of conflict that is going on. And I thought maybe it could be inner conflict, but perhaps there is something, some sort of intuition that's fighting with you, right? And there might be something below the surface that you're unable to see. So that's what I have for you. So keep steeping on it. Keep in this 4 of Swords situation. And like I've been saying all video, take this time to work with this Cancer new dark moon and sit with yourself and really understand what it is that's holding you back and why. And maybe get in touch with your ancestors. Maybe get in touch with your guides and see what they have to say. Okay, that's what I have for you, Taurus. Thank you very much. Oh, you know what? I am to the last reading and I just realized I didn't keep track of the timestamp. So I'm going to have to go through this entire video and find each one. No big deal, because I'll be able to tell, because I will have started shuffling again, right? So it won't be that hard. Oh, silver lining. Okay, it's just that I thought I was going to be done. All right, this is for you, Gemini. This is for Gemini. And it can be your Gemini rising, Gemini moon, Gemini sun, Gemini Mercury, Gemini, any placement you want, however you want to use this energy. Let's go. Princess of Wands in reverse. The High Priestess. Yes. And the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. I like how she's in the center. All right. Let's see what's going on. Let's get some more information. Gemini. Air energy. Twins. Remus and Romulus. Wow. Can't believe I know so much. Okay, Gemini. Justice, air card, 10 of Swords, more air, and Page of Cups, Earth of Water. All right, so we've got the High Priestess and Justice here. High Priestess, Justice. So you're using your intuition, and you know what? I need this card. I just need it. Because I'm tired and I need some extra help, I think. Also need some water. That was a terrible shuffle. Oh my gosh. Okay. Gemini. Oh, frozen heart. Yeah, and that's probably what this 10 of Swords is about, because there's some kind of ending, right? We've got the Princess of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and then we have this Page of Cups here. So it's looking like you know something has ended, because we've got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. It's like the work is done. And we've got the Princess of Wands. There's nothing more that you can do. There's no more passion you can ignite into this. And you have the sixth sense that you know that it's done, right? And Justice is here because she's here to tell you that the way that you are thinking about it is correct. You're on point. And our Page of Cups just wants to let you know that you still have emotion in this, and it's still going to be there. And this, just because your heart is broken right now, doesn't mean that you have to be jaded, right? You can still wear your heart on your sleeve. And it's not to say that this particular situation is completely over. It's just, that it has come to an end. And it might be time to just take a break and maybe end this energy of the relationship and come back to it again, right? Come back to it again with some fresh some fresh eyes, a fresh heart, and just a fresh outlook. Okay. But the way that it's been going right now and the things that have happened, yeah, it's over. It really is. All right, Gemini, that's what I have for you. That was a quick one. That was really quick. But just know your wings aren't frozen. Your heart may be frozen, but your wings are not. And you can fly away. You can fly to the sun and melt your heart and come back down. But use this, like I've been saying all video, use the Cancer new moon and really decide, do you want to stay with this energy? Is this energy going to change? Do you want to work with this energy to try to mold it into something that you want it to be? Because after all, we're all manifestors, right? We all create our own, our destiny. We create our reality. All right, guys. I'm going to transition over. Here I am. Thank you so much for being with me, and thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate it. This was a long one. We're almost to 2 hours, and my dinner is done, and it's almost 10 p.m. my time. So I don't think I'm going to be eating dinner because I don't want to go to sleep on a full stomach, but I am going to have some cake, right? So just to recap here, we Cancer new moon. We're in the dark moon period right now, and this is a real good time to visit our feelings, really understand our feelings, and how we can use the feelings that we have come to understand throughout this lunar month and how we can apply it going forward. And we also want to be able to express ourselves. So, for instance, when the moon goes through Gemini, it's going to be a good time to use what we have learned in this new moon, dark moon phase, what we've learned about our emotions, and learn to express that. Okay. And then when we go to Scorpio, perhaps we can learn how to show that in a passionate way, right? How can we go deeper inside our emotions and express our deepest emotions? Okay, so it's all for the rest of the month. It's going to be about expressing or knowing our feelings about things and how we can use those through each of the energies of the constellations and through the houses. And also, don't forget, we also have birth charts and our natal charts where our astrology was when we were born. So, I have been taking some astrology courses, and I am offering some readings. So we can do tarot readings, and we can read your astrology charts as well. So if you're interested, just let me know. My email is in my on my page, so you can reach me there, or you can reach out in a comment, and we can get started. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. I will see you next video, perhaps next new moon, or I'll try to get some lives going on. But if you have any more questions or want to go deeper in any of these messages, also let me know. And with that, I will see you guys next time. Take care.